guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my review of the Ofra x JENLUVS Review Collab Lipstick Trio. So what's unique about this collab is it's not just 3 nude liquid lipsticks. The point of these is to mix them with other lipsticks and create your own shades. So when you look at the 3 shades, you have this one, which is going to lighten. This is Revive. You have Refine, which is going to neutralize, and you have Reimagine, which is going to darken. By the way, I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background. Windows are open. Anyways, that is the point of all of these. So let's go ahead and we'll swatch them on the back of my hand. What I'm going to do for my review today is I've decided I'm going to mix these with different lipstick formulas, liquid lipsticks, lipstick glosses, all those things, so we can see how these all mix together. Now I have been testing them out and you're going to see pictures of me inserted over here wearing some of the different combinations, but I have quite a few different combinations today that we're going to use, so I'm pretty excited to show those to you. Okay, so here are the 3 shades. So like I said, we have Revive, which is the lighter shade. This has a white base, which is what's going to help to lighten. We have Refine, which is the middle shade that's neutralizing, and again we have Reimagine, which is going to darken. Now I'm not going to be testing any of these with an Ofra liquid lip. I have 2. I'm assuming that these are going to work with Ofra liquid lipsticks because 1, Ofra has been showing their liquid lipsticks paired with these, obviously, and 2, I mean they should because it's all from the same brand. So I'm going to be using different formulas from different brands, and I have, I think, 2 liquid lipsticks, 2 lip liners, 2 glosses, and 2 regular bullet lipsticks, I think, and I try to pick a variety of colors. Okay, so let's do the 2 liquid lipsticks. So the 2 liquid lipsticks I chose were the Dose of Colors Berry Me 2 Liquid Lip, and I chose this because it is kind of similar in its formula to Ofra's, except I'd say Ofra's is slightly more comfortable, and this is a pretty bright berry shade. Then I also chose the Sugar Rush by Tarte liquid lipstick, and this is a velvet finish, so I chose this to see how it does with different finishes of liquid lipstick. So first, let's start with the Dose of Colors. This is the one I'm assuming will be the easiest to mix. Okay, so that's our shade of the Dose of Colors one. So you can see it's a nice purple berry color. Okay, so you can see our 3 swatches of the Dose of Colors. Again, this is like a deep berry purple, and I'll even like spread it out a little bit just so you can see. So that's our true color right there. Underneath, I have it with Revive. So that is lightened. Then you have it with Refine in the middle. So you can see that really neutralizes that purple in comparison to up here. It's more of like a mauve-y color. The darkest shade mixed with it, Reimagine, you can see kind of gives it like a reddish tint almost to it. Like I said, this is the original shade. You can see the 3 variations, and I feel like that shows just how this mixes with a liquid lipstick. Okay, now we're gonna go into the Tarte Sugar Rush one. There is our swatch. It is just a mauve toned velvet finish liquid lip. So those are the 3 tones of the Sugar Rush lipstick from Tarte. I forgot to mention that is in the shade Cupcakes. That is our original shade. Here is it mixed with Revive. You can see it makes it a very light peachy brown color. This is with Refine, which is the neutralized. So it just makes it like almost a little bit more of a mauve tone. Like it's already pretty mauve, but I think it just adds like almost like a little bit of purple into it. And then you can see it mixed with Reimagine. It's a very dark brown nude color instead of the mauve tone. So those are our liquid lipsticks. Let's get into the bullet lipsticks next. For our bullet lipsticks, I chose this one from Bella Pierre Cosmetics. This one I am going to insert a picture of me wearing it, mixed again with Revive, the lightest shade. I mixed that in. So let's go ahead and swatch this on my skin. This is the tone we're working with, a very peachy brown. It's actually very similar to the Cupcake shade mixed the Revive. Okay, so those are the 3 lipsticks with the, again, Bella Pierre Cosmetics lipstick, and that is in the shade Incognito. I forgot to mention that. All right, so you can see with the Bella Pierre lipstick that we have very similar colors to the Tarte Sugar Rush one. The main difference being, of course, the Reimagine shade, the darkest one. You can see this is not nearly as dark. Maybe I put a little bit more in with this one, but I generally kept it pretty close to the same amount. So maybe this one has a little bit more like lightness to it than the Tarte one, but very, very similar in tones. They are similar colors, generally speaking. I mean, you can see the main difference is that this one is a bullet lipstick formula, but I would say this would also be really good since you are putting a liquid lipstick with it. If you wanted your lipstick not to transfer as much, you could maybe maybe put on one of the liquid lipsticks with this and it would actually give you less transfer, because when I had it on in the picture, I didn't have nearly as much transfer as I have with this lipstick. So just keep that in mind too, that just putting a little bit with it is going to dry the formula down more, and that is going to give you more of that liquid lip if you don't want transfer. Okay, the other lipstick we're gonna try is from Winky Lux, and this is in their shade Mermaid, which is teal. So I thought this would be really interesting to see. So here's our shade. This lipstick is actually one of my favorite lipsticks, and I think Winky Lux in general makes very good lip products, but I love this lip color because it's so different. Okay, I do want to let you guys know I have tried mixing this multiple times now, and I think this lipstick just doesn't want to mix with these liquid lipsticks. Here is what we're working with. So you can definitely see this is the mid-tone shade. This one is not mixing really with the blue, but you can definitely tell that it's kind of like changed it a little bit. Let me see if I can just build that up more. Okay, so I've tried mixing these a couple times now to try to get something a little bit more. I just think this formula is not mixing well with these lipsticks. So you can see our original shade right here, which is a blue teal. So this is the lighter shade. So you can see it's a little bit lighter, but it's definitely a little bit more of like a light like green. You can see the middle one, mid-tone shade, did not really mix with this very much. It made it like a little bit more green. You can see down here that it just kind of made it this like weird off green. I wanted to see how this would mix with colorful lipsticks. I'm not sure completely if it's just the formula or maybe it just doesn't look good with colorful lipsticks. Next, we're gonna do lip pencils. So for lip pencil 1, we have this Thrive Cosmetics one. This is in the shade Gislin, but as you can see, it's like mauve-y berry shade. Okay, so I just added a little bit of each shade, and I think the shades really took over with this Thrive Cosmetic pencil. You really can't even see the original shade. Now, I will say the mid-tone, which is again the refined shade, that is very similar to the original. It's hardly changed at all. This obviously is a dark brown now, and this is obviously very, very light. You could kind of see that this has a little bit more of like a pinkish purple undertone to it than it actually is. This is a little bit more peachy. I would say that the dark one kind of overpowers it, and the mid-tone one kind of just keeps it the same. Next liner we're going to use is the Becca lip liner, and this is in the shade Confidence. So let's try this one out. Now this I have used before with these lipsticks, and I'll insert a picture up here. Okay, so those are our 3 shades with the Becca Cosmetics lip liner. So this is the light one, mid-tone, and the darkest one. So in this picture that I'm going to insert right here, I am wearing both of Revive and Refine in that picture. Now I'm not mixing them together today because this video I don't want to be a million years, so I'm just working on getting these, but I think you can definitely see the difference more with this one than you could this lip liner. I mean, this is of course a red tone, so you can see that it's like a light pinky color when you mix it with the Revive. You can see that Reimagine makes it like a dark mauve-y red. Very pretty for fall, actually. And then this one definitely neutralizes it, makes it a little bit more brown. This is the Refined shade. So those are the shades with the Becca lip liner. I actually think they look super pretty. Let's now get to the glosses. Okay, for gloss number 1, we're gonna use the e.l.f. Retro in Paradise gloss. This is in the shade Electric Lemonade. So it's a pretty translucent blue. It's not quite as bright, but I did want to see, since it has some undertones, how it mixes. So you can see fairly clear, but with a blue undertone. Now I'm gonna put very little liquid lip with this because I don't want it to look like I put a gloss on top of a liquid lipstick. I want this actually to mix and form some type of a color. So those are them mixed together. So you can kind of see that it just takes on the color of the liquid lipstick, but it does give it a little bit more of a glossy sheen. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me just see if I can zoom in. Okay, so you can kind of see where I blended it. There's a little bit more of a sheen right there. It still is finishing pretty much like a liquid lipstick formula, but they definitely have a little bit more of like a sheen to them, similar to the e.l.f. gloss. And the other gloss I chose to do this with was the NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the shade Creme Brulee. Okay, I just want to show you guys real quickly how little of an amount I'm actually taking to mix with this gloss. So this is the original shade. It's a light pink color. You can just see that this basically took that color and lightened it slightly. It's a little bit more of a lighter version now. This one I think definitely made it a little bit more of a purple tone, and this one definitely made it more of a brown tone. They are not matte feeling. It definitely has the glossy feel to it. So if you do mix this with a gloss, both of them have very much a glossy feel to it, not a matte feel. So just keep that in mind. Okay guys, so these are all of the swatches. I look like a painted canvas. Hope that was informative in showing you how the products work. I mean, they do work. I would not mix it with more colorful lipstick. I do have a Fenty lipstick I could try, and I'm just gonna mix it with one of the shades because I don't want to sit here forever. Okay, so that's our Fenty shade, dark navy blue, and I'm just gonna mix it with the lighter one because that's probably what I would do if I was gonna mix this shade. You can see that it really, like, even if I like rub this out a little bit, it really did not change the formula. This is very similar to this. I mean, it's like slightly lighter, but it almost looks more gray. This one looks pretty much the same. It just looks a little bit more green instead of teal. I think if you're just gonna do berries and nudes and you want to mix these together, you definitely could. It's very fun to do, I will say, to try to get like the perfect shade of lipstick. And I definitely think it works really well with red, but I wouldn't go with maybe like a blue or a green tone. I wouldn't mix those together. Those don't seem to work very well. If you guys liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're into beauty related content. We also have some fashion content coming up soon if it's not already up. And let me know down in the comments below if you are thinking of purchasing this collection, if you have purchased it, or what your thoughts are on the collection. I would love to hear what you thought of how these work. If this is something that intrigues you, that you're interested in, I would love to hear what you think of it down in the comments below. So that is all for today, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one. Bye, guys.